Tonight in Saskatchewan, the NLL's March to May has come down to the final regular season game for the Rush. They've won their last two, but must also win tonight and hope for some help to get into the playoffs. Standing in their way, the Toronto Rock, who have clinched first place overall and want to keep their winning momentum going as they head into the postseason. It's the Rock versus the Rush, and it's coming up next. Live from Treaty 6 territory in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, it's the National Lacrosse League as the storybook script continues. The Saskatchewan Rush taking on the Toronto Rock with a potential playoff spot on the line this evening. It's Cody Jensen, John Fraser, Sabine Ahmad with you this evening. And boy, the unified standings have given us a lot to talk about this year, and it all comes down to this evening.
Certainly. I love it. The unified standings. I've been talking all season how I'm a big fan of them. And right now, tonight, it all comes down to it. The Saskatchewan Rush sitting outside the playoff picture right now. New York sitting in the playoff picture, but that could all be swapped here tonight, depending what happens in a couple of games. Specifically, if the Rush win versus Toronto tonight, take down the first place team in the National Lacrosse League, and get a little bit of help. That's Albany beating New York. That game underway as we speak, or just starting right now as well. Calgary beating Panther City. So they need a little bit of help, and they need to go ahead and win this one, Cody.
Wow, who we're looking at on Saskatchewan's side, it's the former Toronto Rock forward in Zach Mance. 37 goals this season, had 5 against San Diego a week ago.
And he's really coming into his own since the trade for Mark Matthews. You know, a lot of people in Saskatchewan are worried, could he be the guy? He's been the guy for this team, 81 points on the season.
And across the floor from him, it's the guy who got traded for. It's Mark Matthews.
Well, Mark Matthews, arguably one of the best players to ever wear an Edmonton and Saskatchewan Rush jersey. Won championships, 3 of them with this club. He's doing what he's always done in the league. That's leading the team in scoring. He leads the Rock right now, 91 points, 28 goals, 63 assists.
Yeah, the offenses are definitely something to keep an eye on, but both of these teams have their own storylines coming in and down between the benches. It's Sabine Ahmad.
Gentlemen, we've been talking about it the last few games, especially for the Saskatchewan Rush, how they are must-win games for the team, and tonight is no different. They have won the last 4 of their 5 home games. Meanwhile, Toronto has won their last 7 of their 8 away games. So it will certainly be a matchup tonight to see how the Rush fare when it comes to taking a win to clinch that playoff spot. Cody, John?
Thank you, Sabine. Quick out-of-town score look here, Albany and New York. It is now 11-8 for the Albany Firewolves over the New York Riptide. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on that as the evening goes along. Let's take a look at your starting goaltenders. Now, between the pipes for Toronto will be Nick Rose. 14-3 on the season, 9.07 goals against average, and an 8.13 save percentage. Leads the league in everything. Across the floor from him, Frank Scigliano. 8 wins on the year, 11.31 goals against average, and a 7.75 save percentage. On the stripe this evening, Mike Messenger goes up against T.D. Erland. 71.5% on draws for the Denver Star. As for Saskatchewan, Mike Messenger sitting at 44%. Ref is ready, ball is down, and we are underway in a must-win game for the Saskatchewan Rush. Jake Boudreau, loose ball off the face-up. Thought about driving it in. He can kick it way back up top where Bobby Kidd III awaits on the logo. And now the offense gets set. It run through Zach Mance. 5 goals against San Diego last week. He was a part of the July 10th trade with the Toronto Rock. Here goes Mance to the net, tripped up. Loose ball's on the ground. It'll be scooped up in the crease by Justin Martin.
Pre-game, we talked about the importance of the Rush starting physical. The Rock have nothing to play for this game. The Rush want to make sure that this is an uncomfortable game for them to play. Well, Mike Messenger starts the game off with a nice little suplex on Erland to start this one.
Mark Matthews kicks it back for Corey Small, trying to go far side. Ball goes wide. Holden Garland can't scoop up the loose ball. It'll get grabbed behind the net by Adam Jay Matthews, obviously, and a legend with Saskatchewan. We will get to that storyline a little bit later on. You also got Corey Small. He was pretty good in Edmonton with the Rush back in the day. Here goes Ryan Keenan on the logo now. The captain down for Mance. Two-man game. Mance to the middle, kicks it out for Robert Church. Church around a screen. Up top, Kazevnikov was there. Loose ball goes on the ground. Man's low shot got picked off by the defender. And now Toronto will head up as DeSnu snagged that shot. Outside, Dawick just gonna peel back on Messenger. Eric Matthews, the big lefty on the half wall, right to the middle, room to shoot. He'll kick it out instead. Back for Dan Craig. The Whitby product flips it for DeSnu. Still free game for a couple of seconds here. Craig has it. He'll try run around. Bobby Kidd the third. Got a shot off, and it misses Chiliano.
Matthews earlier this week said to local media here in Saskatoon, I would love nothing more than to end their season when asked about his comeback game. So maybe some boos coming for number 42.
Clark Walter finds Kazevnikov. Church inside. Keenan can't get a shot off. Kazevnikov got knocked down, and now the Rock will run it the other way. Mizuka on the logo. Connor McClellan trying to step out on him, but he got around him. Dan Littner now trails. He'll get the pass. Littner spent 2 seasons here in Green for the Cornell alumni. Matthews does it on the shot clock. Wanted a little backhand dish. Still has it now. Flip inside. Ball got bobbled, and Jared Smith steals that one away in front of the crease.
First team in 4 years, Cody. These two teams have played each other. Another beauty of the unified standings is getting to see all the teams in the league more frequently.
Zach Mann's inside feed for McClellan. Keep the D guy on an offensive shift. Drop the pass in the slot. And now goes Challen Rogers, captain of this Rock squad. 14 wins on the year, sitting in first right now. They've got that locked up. Home floor for the entire playoffs. Outside look. Frank Chiliano has to make a save as he squeezes that left arm against his body. Ryan Barnables slows it down in front of the penalty boxes. Clark Walter jumps out there. 19 goals on the season for Walter, the Limestone product. One-on-one, got around Creek. Robert Church now. Down for Dotz. Patrick Dotz got to the middle and opted of shooting that one. It's on the ground. Crease got it.
Dodd's the Brampton product. He's got his parents in the crowd here tonight as they came up and said hello pre-game on our radio broadcast there, Cody.
Scratches in this one. Kearney and Bucci for Toronto. Mallory and Greniak for the Rush. Now Littner got taken down, and Isaac Enju will poke it up the floor. 11:01 left to go. Only one shot on goal through the opening 4 minutes. We knew it was going to be a defensive battle, and that is played out to a T. Robert Church now 3 points away from 100 this season. Church trying to go behind the back to Triolo. Got knocked down by DeSnu.
I know Nick Rose leads the league in everything when it comes to goaltending, but man, Cody, this Rock defense is so impressive. Their whole team, the way they all buy into playing defensive lacrosse.
Alec outside, has Schreiber in the middle, defended by Bell. Pulls it back, Dalek on the restraining line, and he scores! From outside, the Toronto Rock strike first.
Low to low shot after some confusion up front there. I don't think Chiliano ever got a real clean look at it, and Dawick was able to take advantage of that. A pick on Triolo right in front. Pardon me, that was a pick on Bell, and it was Dawick able to use that to his advantage and go low on Chiliano. Chiliano looks skyward like he wants it back, but I don't think he ever really got a clean look at that one, Cody, and it's the Rock striking first in this contest.
12th of the season for the Oakville product, and it's Toronto who strikes first on the road. The Rock 2-2 all-time inside SaskTel Center. These two teams have met 7 times total, and Saskatchewan is 4-3 against the Rock. Now that one's going to be pushed forward, and Barnable is going to hobble off the floor. We'll keep an eye on that. Ball's going to be behind Rose, and it'll be a Saskatchewan possession here as they get a fresh 30 to work with. Robert Church now has Walter in the middle. Caught the pass, trying to go 5-hole, and Nick Rose drops down to make the save. Less than 10 minutes to go, opening quarter. Challen Rogers one-on-one with Isaac Enju. Second-year NLLer. Up top, Corey Small finds Matthews. Little spin move to the middle. Matthews takes it, save made, rebound. And Corey Small couldn't grab it.
Ryan Barnable down the tunnel into the dressing room here, Cody. That's a big loss for Saskatchewan.
Ryan Keenan, the captain, has it. Cross for Triolo, far side. Misses the mark, and this could be over and back, but Keenan got up to it in time. A good first step south. 10 on the shot clock. Keenan's shot got deflected. Now Zach Manns with it. Pushed against the boards by Mazuka. Manns now double team comes on him. No help there, and the Rock are just going to stand over it as the shot clock expires. 9:04 left to go. Quarter number 1. Toronto jumps out to a lead. 1-0. The Rock lead in Saskatchewan.
Welcome back to SaskTel Center. The Toronto Rock leading 1-0. If you're a Saskatchewan Rush fan, your eyes are peeled on this evening as the chances of them making the playoffs end with a New York Riptide victory. But right now, the Albany Firewolves doing the Saskatchewan Rush a solid, currently up 12-9. Nearing the end of the third quarter of that one. So remember, Saskatchewan needs a victory against Toronto, an Albany win, or a Calgary win to make it.
Rock have possession. It's Mark Matthews up top. Schreiber hammers one on goal. Kicked out by Shiliano. Jake Boudreau will run this up the floor now. Has Messenger with him over to Church. Short side denied by Nick Rose. Ball still on the ground. It'll be scooped by Holden Garland. 8 points on the season for the former Minto Cup champion with Six Nations. Drops it for Clark Walter. Walter to the middle, flip inside. Keenan's there and he scores! Pound your chest, Saskatchewan. Ryan Keenan ties it at 1.
The first possession after the Rush honored the former captain Chris Corbeil. It's the new captain, Ryan Keenan, going through the air, through the defense like a knife through some warm butter, and putting it behind Nick Rose. Coming up huge here in a must-win game for Saskatchewan. The ability to get loose and in tight there from Ryan Keenan. Great job. That's the first open look anybody in Saskatchewan has had behind this great Rock defense. And Keenan's going to bury for his career high, his continual career high. Every time he scores, it's a new career high. 33rd of the year, Cody.
Now 22 points for Ryan Keenan against the Toronto Rock. Carolina to face-off win, and Dowick has it. A restraining line. Lone goal of the game for Toronto so far. Schreiber's up top, assistant captain for Toronto. Down to Corey Small, far side. Frank Shiliano stops it, but a call is coming, and I believe it'll be a holding the stick call on Adam Jay.
Well, holding the stick or a cross check. What Jay was doing was, as Matthews got closer to him, the two guys traded for each other. Jay was absolutely feeding him the lumber, and Matthews' stick went flying.
Saskatchewan, 47, 2 minutes for holding the stick.
Power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls. Rely on RS Breakers and Controls to find all the right electrical supplies to meet your needs.
We talked pregame about how the Rush need to be physical and throw off the Rock. Just stepping over the line, that time was Jay.
Rock power play goes to work. Matthews, slow shot kicked out by Shiliano. Toronto 49% on the power play, 4th in the league. Jake Boudreau now intercepts the Matthews pass. The Rush penalty kill, 47% this season, as Messenger unable to handle it in the corner. Saskatchewan, though, has scored 10 shorthanded goals this season, while the Rock have allowed 10. But there's still 90 seconds left to go in this power play, and the Rock get a fresh 30 to work with. Mark Matthews up top. 28 goals this season. Finds Corey Small. Kicks it out. Rogers behind the net. In front, Shiliano makes a stop on Mark Matthews, who was moving left to right.
Just solid positioning there by Chiliano. The quick pass from behind the net. I don't think he saw it, but he's able to come up with a big stop by practicing the fundamentals, kids. Good save there by Chiliano.
Clark Walter up top. Couple of shorties this season already, and a pair of game-winning goals too. Robert Church defended by DeSnoop. Zach Mance, 3 to shoot, little fadeaway on goal. Rose makes the easy stop with the scoop.
Mans' first good look of the game, a player that we will be watching closely as the Rush's playoff hopes ride largely on his shoulders.
Schreiber will swing the ball over to the right side and get it right back. Matthews, back pedal, short side, scores. Mark Matthews back in Saskatchewan gives the Rock a lead.
The chorus of boos for the former member of the Saskatchewan Rush and currently the team's all-time franchise leader in goals and points. Matthews, you just can't give him an open look like that. We've seen him do that so many times in Saskatchewan. He finds a little bit of black behind Chiliano and goes up top. Chiliano regretted going down on that one as he was not happy with himself. Hasn't been happy with himself on the first 2 goals that the Rock have scored. Hopefully he's not letting it get to himself. He can settle down here like all great goaltenders do. Get his head back in this one.
Rush have given up 8 shots to the midway point of quarter number 1. Rock get one on the power play and they lead 2-1 on Co-op Field. Here's Schreiber looking to add on. Dan Craig's off the bench. 6th round pick back in 2017. Flips it up. Small's got time. Bounces it wide. Ball popped free. Back for Craig. Far side. It's off the crossbar. That one looked like it might have hit some twine. We'll wait for the red flag off the Toronto bench. But the Rush are going to run it north. Zach Mans now runs it down. Room to shoot. Trying to go up top on Rose, and he put it in his shoulder.
Toronto's coaching staff none too happy. There's no replay on the Jumbotron here at SaskTel Center.
Corbeil runs it in, kicked out by Chiliano, and he gets the rebound right back off of Isaac Anjou. Chris Corbeil, one of the bigger hat tricks in Saskatchewan Rush history. Game number 3 of the 2018 NLL Finals against Rochester. Here's Mike Triolo, drive our side, scores! Mike Triolo gets inside, and we're level at 2.
The big man has just been playing better and better and better as the season has gone on. Mike Triolo fully becoming the 4th or 5th option for this Rush offense. No looker, he's looking down as he's jumping up and manages to use that massive 6'7" wingspan to tuck that underneath Nick Rose as he goes up in the air. He's got his 16th of the season, and you see him right there trying to get the boys fired up, get them playing physical, get some momentum going here for this Rush squad needing a win tonight.
Less than 5 to go, quarter number 1. Challen Rogers with it. Mike Triolo had a lot of success against Nick Rose at the President's Cup. And backdoor feed, Chiliano with a 2-pad stick.
Not his best start to the game, but that's going to get him turned around there. A big save by Chiliano.
Mike Triolo, 4 goals, 2 assists against Nick Rose in the Oakville Rock at the President's Cup semifinals last summer in Ontario. Here's Robert Church inside, kicks it out for Mance. Still 10 on the shot clock. Mance works his way to the middle, back for Dodds. Penalty upcoming against Toronto. Robert Church now zips it across. Barnable, a forward shift, and he rips that one off of Brad Cree. But the Rush will be on the power play when we come back. 4:07 left to go, quarter number 1. Mike Triolo has the latest. We're tied at 2 on Co-op Field.
Welcome back. While we keep an eye on the game here at SaskTel Center, Albany is leading the game, and it's 13-9 with 3 minutes in the 4th quarter.
Rush will go to the power play here, and it's presented by RS Breakers and Controls. 4:07 left to go, quarter number 1. 2-2's the score. Mike Triolo has the latest for the Rush. Mark Matthews has the latest for Toronto.
And of course, Albany needing to win, beat New York for the Rush to have a chance to make it to the postseason with their own win here against the #1 team in the National Lacrosse League, the Rocket, 14-3. And great on the road. Road Warriors 7-1 so far this season, only giving up 9.2 goals per game. That defense and that goaltender Nick Rose have been outstanding.
2 minutes for holding.
Rush 40% on the power play this season. That's 13th in the league. Toronto's penalty kill still got 8th at 54%. Lefty strong look. Keenan's up top. Church and Dodds are on his left. Flips it. Mans will take it. And Nick Rose covering the top corner. Got it hitting the toe. Clark Walter off the reset. He'll play crease side. Mans with it now. Little switch with Keenan. Church back pedal. Mans down for Walter. Little fake. Walks it out front. And Nick Rose, good positioning. Held his ground.
Love that little fake by Walter.
Reset comes, and the Rush can call a new play now. Dodds will backpedal behind the line. Mance for Keenan. Let's do pass it up top. Keenan has it. Thought about shooting. Church, short side, ends up behind the net. Might have fooled some Rush fans here, and Chris Corbeil scoops up the Lucy.
Building's just ready to blow up with anything close to a goal here, Cody. Great crowd here in Saskatchewan tonight, ready to go nuts.
Challen Rogers for Schreiber. Rock have scored 5 shorthanded goals this season. Challen Rogers looking to make it 6. All the way back is Matthews. 5 on the shot clock. Dumps this one down in the corner. Schreiber has it. Messenger hits up. Still holding on to it though. Awkward angle, and Chiliano has to make the stop. Well, the Rush have 45 seconds on the power play. Zach Mans on the logo. 37 goals. 8 more than Mark Matthews for the two of them that were swapped on July 10th. Mans and Church up top. Church will take it. Rose got it with the shoulder, and it goes into the netting above the glass.
One of those rare trades that's worked out for both sides. Matthews having a great year, while Mans and Jay are key pieces for this Rush team now and moving forward.
And Levi Anderson coming next year, just hit 200 points in the NCAA. Church will flip it. Dodds won't take it. Down for Keenan. He's crease side. Back for Triolo. Up top is Church. Keenan, quick stick denied by Rose.
I got some oohs and ahs from the crowd as Nick Rose makes his best save so far in this game, showing why he's the #1 goalie in all goaltending stats.
Massive kick, and Toronto's penalty kill 1 for 1 so far. He scored on the power play, and we know special teams can come back to haunt you. Matthews down for Craig, 1-on-1, got behind Andrew to the net, and he's denied by Chiliano.
Step in the crease anyway, so the Rush are going to get a chance to run it up the floor, do what they want here. Like to see Barnable back here too.
Clark Walter has Kazevnikov going behind the net. Walter now, defender on an island, but he'll float one up for Mance. Back to Walter on the roll. Walter to the middle, far side, scores! Clark Walter across the body, and the Rush are up 3-2.
Clark Walter almost tucked himself under the arm of the much larger Bill Hostrauser. He had a little bit of space as Bill went to go get him, and Walter just blows right past him. Good pick there by Kozevnikov as well. Leads to that goal here, and Walter, he's come on late. He started a little slow this season. He's been doing really good things there. Takes advantage of that opportunity. The Rush are definitely taking advantage of their opportunities. They've been limited this game, Cody, but so far looking so good.
First ever 20-goal season for Clark Walter. The Poco products. Face-off window by Toronto, looking to respond. Erlin, far side. Bounces this one, and it ends up with defensive coach Jeremy Talevi.
And I know I say this all the time, but the man definitely deserves the best mustache in the league award.
That's a lock. Every year he throws on a sweater. Mike Triolo up top. 16 goals on the season for Triolo. The now Edmonton local, Robert Church with it. Room to shoot around a screen. That got soaked by a defender. Triolo with it now. Bottom side on Martin to the net. It's off the post, and it bounced off the right foot of Nick Rose.
So close to his second of the night in eerily similar fashion to his first one, Cody.
Challen Rogers with it now. Waits for Schreiber and Matthews to hop off the bench. Rogers a one-on-one with Garland. Little fake, trying to push off. Now he spins. Up top, Small let it fly, and Chiliano got over there and dropped into a one-knee down.
Chiliano started a little slow in this one. You could tell his confidence wasn't quite there. Makes a couple big saves. He's right back in this.
Messenger now lost the ball, trying to go for a 2-for-1. Scooped up by Walter, and DeSnoop strips up. Rock have it. They can use a timeout if they want to go 6-on-5. Now they'll slow it down and wait for Nick Rose to jog to the bench. Won't use their timeout as Dan Craig has it on the logo. 6-on-5 for Toronto, down by 1 in quarter number 1. Mark Matthews on the restraining line with it. All the way down for Rogers. Pass got deflected by Barnable up top. Schreiber stepped down. It's picked off by Boudreau, who let one fly for the empty net. About half a second late, but everyone held their breath inside SaskTel Center. The Saskatchewan Rush in a must-win game, lead 3-2 after 15 minutes of play.
Sports fans are gearing up at NLLstore.ca.
Welcome back as Saskatchewan Rush lead 3-2 against Toronto. Taking a look at the other scores right now, it's 14-9 for Albany against New York in the fourth quarter, and it's 2-2 for Calgary and Panther City right now. And just a reminder, it's either Albany winning or Calgary winning. With Saskatchewan winning, that'll move Saskatchewan forward. Cody, John?
Most importantly, though, the Saskatchewan Rush have to get the job done here. So far, after one quarter, it's a 3-2 lead for Saskatchewan. They've been pretty good this season when leading after one quarter, Cody Jansen.
Yes, that they have. Again, when they score first, or when they don't score first, they only have one win this season. So they're looking to make it 2. Their first one came a week ago against the second best placed team in the National Lacrosse League. After that opening quarter, Tom Schreiber leads the way for Toronto with 2 assists. Clark Walter for Saskatchewan, a goal and 2 assists. A 3.1 for the guy they call Sparky. Face-off violation called on Saskatchewan, so Challen Rogers gets quarter number 2 underway. The captain runs right into Barnable. Kicks it out, Schreiber 5-hole attempt. Chiliano made the save, and he falls on it.
Really want to see the Rush play a little bit more physical here starting in the second quarter, Cody. The Rock have nothing to play for. I think the Rush need to ramp it up a little bit, make it uncomfortable on the Rock. Think, what are we doing out here taking all these hacks and hits when we've got first place?
Man, softened inside feet denied by Rose as he throws out the chicken wing. Outlet pass finds Chris Corbeil, 3-time NLL champ, 2-time nominee for D-Man of the Year. And if it wasn't for Kyle Rubish and Ryan Dilks, I'm telling you, he probably has a little bit more hardware in the cabinet. Dowick opened the scoring in this game. Little backdoor feed, quick stick, and Chiliano denies Dan Lintner. What a shot by Dan Lintner, though.
Well, he makes his living doing that. Dan Lintner, we saw that for a couple seasons here in Saskatchewan. He's just an absolute menace near the net and so good at the quick stick.
On the wrong side, too.
Yes.
That's not easy, kids. Here goes Walter looking for his 4th point of the game. Keep it hot. Keegan Bell. Low shot goes off Church. Got the own rebound, though, and it punched out because Evnikov can't grab the loose ball. And we're up the floor. And Craig will slow it down. Waits for Matthews to come up top. Corey Small with it. 37 goals on the season for the former Edmonton Rush. Matthews finds Schreiber. D-man taken down, and he scores. Tom Schreiber beats Chiliano from the outside, and it's 3-3.
Again, the Rock so good at taking advantage of any small miscue here. by the Rush. This is a second goal where there was a little bit of craziness as Jarrett Smith brought his man down. The Rock take advantage. Schreiber, one of the most dangerous shooters in the entire league. He ends up with his 19th of the season. Going low to low there, and just, it seems as though at the second there's a defensive breakdown, Toronto's putting in the back of your net, and that's something they've done all year round. Third in the league in goals for per game.
544 career points now, the National Lacrosse League for Tom Schreiber.
Is that good?
Pretty good, pretty good. Mike Triolo with it for Clark Walter. 99 regular season games for Schreiber as well. Here's Dotz trying to spin back on Corbeil. Cuts inside. Dotz to the crease. Denied by Rose. Free ball on the ground. Scooped up by the man who loves Lucy's, Chris Corbeil. And he'll toss it up for Mazuka.
All of his social media handles are at I Love Lucy's, Mr. Corbeil. So you know he loves playing in the dirty areas.
Matthews. Defended by Messenger. Matthews got top side on him, and Chiliano might have got a piece of that with the top of his stick and some help from the post. Now Schreiber falls down as he runs into Messenger, and it'll be Toronto ball. Dan Craig with it now. Defended by Bell. Schreiber tied it at 3. Craig now ends up behind the net, and Chiliano's going to scoop it up in the crease. Frank Chiliano, 7 assists this season. Bobby Kidd the third now. 5 points for the BC boy. Church, a little swim move. Thought about cutting through the crease. Now he'll roll it back. Short side denied, and Nick Rose scoops it up, and he'll airmail one as well. Now it's off the bench. Rogers as well. Desnew takes the shot, and it's off the mark.
8 goals this year for Desnew, 21 points so far.
Been in this barn a couple of times. Think back to 2016 when he was playing with the Buffalo Bandits. Challen Rogers, 6 on the shot clock. Swim move on McClellan's behind the net. Dunk attempt. Chiliano doesn't know where it is. It's in the net. Schreiber, dunk attempt. Got Chiliano guessing, and it's 4-3 Toronto.
And that is the second time this game that chaos from behind the net has confused the Rush defense and Frank Chiliano. If you've watched a lot of Rush lacrosse, you've seen teams take advantage of the defensive breakdowns when they put a guy right behind the net. This time Schreiber, a little head fake. Barnable didn't know which way he was going. Chiliano didn't know which way he was going. Left the right side of the net wide open, and Schreiber able to reach across and use his 6-foot frame to put it in the back of the net.
That's a little Americanism from him there as well. He tends to shoot righty, obviously. Behind the net, we saw him switch hands, and he dunks that lefty. Pretty impressive right there by Tom Schreiber, who's now got 40 tucks on the season. Rock up 4-3. Corey Small up top. Craig doesn't give it to him. Now it's Dan Lintner. Room to walk it in. Lintner now bobbled it for a second. Little switch. Lintner up top. Runs around Boudreau. Put it on goal. Chiliano made the save. Loose ball, still free game. Lintner's got it again. Little fake, and Chiliano denies him with the right elbow.
That's a huge save for the momentum. Everything was going Toronto's way in the second quarter, and Chiliano's turning that around.
Jarrett Smith holds it and waits for some help. Mike Triolo now in front of the Rush bench. Rush only 3 shots in quarter number 2 so far. Church down for Triolo. Little flip back. Church has it inside. Walter's there, and he's denied by Rose.
Just give it to the hot hand. They're really taking Robert Church out of this game. Just give it to Clark Walter, Triolo. Those guys have been strong.
Desnew now steps down into one, goes off the boards, and it's going to bounce all the way down for Chris Corbeil. Will be over and back, and so Corbeil, the former Saskatchewan Rush captain, will have to let it lie on Co-op Field. We're at a media timeout. Tom Schreiber has 2 in quarter number 2, and the Rock are up.
The NLL playoffs have arrived. Catch all your 4 quarterfinal games next weekend. The league will announce the complete playoff and broadcast schedule on Sunday following the conclusion of the regular season. Go to NLL.com, Twitter, X, and Instagram and check out the schedule and playoff bracket.
The only thing better than professional lacrosse is professional lacrosse playoffs. Cannot wait, no matter who's in and who's out, to get on my couch and do some watching of the postseason, especially the way that this year, that one game sudden death to start it off, Cody. How good is that?
Wow, yeah, that's any underdog's dream, right? And for Saskatchewan, looks like this is going to be a win and you're in, as Albany up by 5 on New York with 2 minutes left to go in quarter number 4 as the New York Riptide, final game in their franchise history on Long Island. Back underway here on Co-op Field. Saskatchewan trails by 1. Ryan Keenan has it. Flips it for Triolo. Mike Triolo now trying to spin back on Corbeil. Got bottom side, bounces it on goal. Save made by Rose, and Desnew has the loose ball. Mitch Desnew will run it up the floor and on the logo. Hands it off for Mark Matthews. Power play goal in quarter number 1 for Matthews. This time he's denied by Shiliano, and Jarrett Smith pokes forward the loose ball. Jarrett Smith, 3 goals on the season, 12 points. Finds Dodds off the bench. Back for Jarrett Smith. Hammer shot, scores! The Blizz boy blasts one home, and it's 4-4.
Manitoba Blizzard alumni spent a lot of his youth playing right here in Saskatchewan, and for the 2nd game in a row, Jarrett Smith comes up big, finds himself some open spaces. He stays on the floor in transition and goes betwixt the pantaloons of Nick Rose. Didn't give him much to shoot at, and Smith found that little bit to shoot at. Impressive, he's able to find the space. And for back-to-back games, Jarrett Smith with big goals. He's got 4 on the year.
He's also done it for summers and summers in the past. Almost 30 goals in the WLA, playing with the Nanaimo Timbermen. Got his opportunity in the NLL last season, and he has not looked back. A mainstay that a lot of teams wish they would have jumped on as a street free agent. Rock looked for a response. Tom Schreiber looking for his 3rd. Down into the corner, Mark Matthews deflects it to Shiliano.
The Rock, before this game, you had a chance to talk to Chris Corbeil, who said, you know what, we're just going to come out here, we're going to have some fun, play relaxed, and that's what they've been doing. You know, that's going to lead one of 2 ways, either things falling apart or things going well. So far, it's the latter for the Rock.
Robert Church zigzagging his way through defenders. Ball's on the ground. Dots trying to scoop it back. Corbeil's all over him, and Desnew, if he can get around him, might have room to run, but the Rush get their defensive units out on the floor. Dowick has Small, Schreiber, and Craig trail him out the O-gate. Spinning back on Garland. Schreiber for Craig. Corey Small. Schreiber defended by Enju. Switches hands, let it go, and Shiliano stops him. Schreiber's already got 1 left-handed in the game.
Why not 2? Just the talent level he has to switch hands like that. Like, it is so hard to shoot at a high caliber level one way, or at any level one way, but he's picked up lacrosse, he knows how hard that can be. Never mind his ability to switch it up.
Nathaniel Kazevnikov now, short side, scores! Pulling it back, and Rush Nation's pounding their chest again. It's 5-4, and Saskatchewan
continues to be the unsung heroes in this one. As Kazevnikov, he comes up with a big goal here, going short side on Rose. That Toronto defense has been doing such a good job of limiting mans, taking away Church out of this. These guys are the guys who are going to have to step up. It's guys like Kazevnikov. It's going to be guys like Triolo. It's going to be guys like Walter. And so far, that's what's been happening in this one, Cody, which is now officially win and you're in, as it is a final in Albany, 16-10. The Firewolves beating the Riptide. So now if you're a New York fan, you're hoping that there's a couple of losses. There's a loss here by Saskatchewan tonight.
Rock have the ball, 10 on the shot clock. Challen Rangers drives inside, and Rogers just misses as he tried to go glove side on Chiliano. Boudreau's the other way. Mann's off the bench, short side, denied by Rose.
Mann's taken a hit to make that play. Matthews was standing there, threw out the chicken wing, knocked him to his rear end. Second he got that shot off.
Dan Littner will flip it up top for Craig. Albany win. We get some playoff action in MVP Arena this spring. Craig now over a defender. Save made by Chiliano. Rebounds on the ground. And Bobby Kidd III has it. Holden Garland will slow it down on the Co-op Field logo here. The new green turf that everyone loves. Laid down freshly for the Rush rebrand this season. Robert Church has the rock now. Trying to drive down low. Kazevnikov set the pick. Pass back for Walter. Penalty coming up though. And it'll be touched up by Sheldon Burns. Another Whitby product in Saskatchewan. Will be going to the power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls.
Toronto 71, 2 minutes, little cross check.
Burns getting a little bit too aggressive with the lumber on that shift. Going to send the Rush back to the power play with a 1-goal lead. Rush coming in 13th in the league at 40%. Hoping to get something done here on this one. They're 0 for 1 so far on the evening, Cody.
Totally different look here. Mike Triolo's up top on the power play. Right, he's strong here. We'll see what Jimmy Quinlan and company have in the bag. Church for Mans. His shot got deflected. Battle in the corner. Corbeil and Keenan scooped by Rose.
Brand new look for the Rush. I like what Triolo did. He dished and then he got right in front of Nick Rose. That's a big, strong Toronto D, and Triolo's one of the few guys that can tower over them.
Tom Schreiber running away from his former teammate Adam J. Isaac Njun now. He'll defend Craig. Dodds back on defense. Long shot got soaked by Messenger. Another one, and Adam J eats that in the gut. Holden Garland scoops it up, and a slashing call is coming on Mike Messenger. So it looks like we'll play some 4-on-4 here for the next 72 seconds.
Saskatchewan, number 8, 2 minutes for slashing.
Slashing's the call. Power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls.
This is why I'm a little surprised that guys like Tom Schreiber are out here tonight, Cody. As that slash hit him right in the quad. You don't want your top guys banged up. This game means nothing to you if you're Toronto.
Yeah, it looks like they're all right. Mark Matthews now. Little fake shot. Schreiber will give it right back to him. Now he's got room. Tom Schreiber steps into one. Chiliano makes a save. And Garland scoop and run. Mann's off the bench. Zach Mann's on a breakaway. Trying to go 5-hole. And Nick Rose reads him like a book. That's Zach Mann's breakaway move right there, and Nick Rose has seen it for the past 3 seasons of NLL action. Here's Dan Craig now, a 1-on-1 with Adam J. Dowick, defended by Barnable. 6 on the shot clock. Barnable trying to push him back. Pick got set by Littner. Let it fly outside, and this one ends up in the corner. And Adam J will touch up. 4:20 on the game clock, 4:20 on the calendar. Saskatchewan up 5-4 on the Toronto Rock with the playoffs on the line.
Now win and you're in for the Saskatchewan Rush as we take a look there. So far in this one, in the dying moments of the first half, Clark Walter leading the way with 3 points, goal, couple of assists. Ryan Keenan, the captain, 1-1. Meanwhile, Tom Schreiber, 2-2. He's having himself a game. One of those scored left-handed. The other way, the more traditional right-handed for the playing out of Hamilton, Toronto Rock.
The Rush have 9 players with points. Only 5 goals on the board here as we wind down the opening half of play. Saskatchewan tied for 9th coming into this contest here. As John said, it's now a win and you're in. They've been playing playoff lacrosse for the past couple of weeks. It's felt like. Mance out for Triolo. Up for Church. The righty, 15 on the shot clock, back to even strength. Church with it, flips it. Triolo, low to low, it bounces back, and he got it his own rebound. Triolo now, Mance off the post. Rusher short-handed, and the Rock will have a full 30 seconds of power play time here.
Rock with a power play goal already tonight, 1 for 1. This one an abbreviated one, just 45 seconds here of power play time.
Matthews for Schreiber. Out top, Small. Bounces this one. Schreiber's got to get it back. 5 on the shot clock now. Tom Schreiber. Backdoor feed. Small lets it go. Shiliano makes the save, and he jumps on the rebound as well. And then a push in the back got called on Adam J. as Shiliano grabbed the rebound.
Well, you got to give him the extra. That's what I love, though. The Rush giving them the odd extra shot here in a game that means nothing for Toronto. We talked about, and their game plan was come out and play physical.
Small back for Schreiber. Down for Rogers. Up top, Matthews, room to shoot denied by Shiliano.
Same thing, breakdown of communication as somebody slides behind the net there. Allows Mark Matthews to be wide open to get a clean look. Shiliano up to the task, though.
Messenger, fresh legs out of the sin bin, backing into his defender. Still holds on to it now. Keenan up top, little spin move. Keenan has Kazevnikov looking for his second inside. Kazevnikov, count it! Nathaniel Kazevnikov, his 14th of the season.
2 goals so far tonight for the big man out of Langley, BC. Kazevnikov up to 14 on the season, and it's been again in the first half. The unsung heroes, the not really talked about guys, doing all the dirty work for Saskatchewan. A great fake there. His defender absolutely bought it. He had some time and space on Nick Rose, and young Kaz is not going to miss from there.
Kazevnikov, one of 2 former Robert Morris University collegiate athletes on this Rush roster alongside Jake Boudreau. Clark Walter now behind the nets. Finds Patrick Dotz. Cuts back. Pardon me, that's Church now around a screen. Finds Mance. Ryan Keenan, little back pedal. Far side bouncer, didn't miss by much. Church has it in the corner. 5 on the shot clock. Lofts one off the glass, and Keenan can't corral it.
Robert Church, 97 points on the season. None so far tonight, Cody.
Justin Martin slows it down. Rookie of the week after a goal and 4 loose balls against Rochester. Rock coming off of a 13-6 win. Matthews running to the middle, and he scores. Mark Matthews has his second of the game.
Matthews said this week he would love to do nothing more than end the Rush's season. And between him and Tom Schreiber, they're trying to do exactly that. Ending a 3-goal run for the Saskatchewan Rush as Matthews uses his sides, turns on the afterburners, cuts towards the middle, and goes between the legs of Frank Shiliano, who's been absolutely dynamite here in the second quarter. 30 now on the season for the all-time leader in points in Saskatchewan and Edmonton Rush history.
Robert Church chasing him down in the points category. Matthews still has them by a fair amount in the assists one.
That's why they call him the mailman.
Schreiber Rock down by 1. Matthews has 2, Schreiber has 2. Craig up top, Small let it fly, kicked out with the left pad. Ball's on the ground. Bobby Kidd III can't grab it, neither can Isaac Enju. Push back and won't be over and back.
Connor McClellan getting away with a couple there. One, he gave Matthews an uppercut as he tried to cut towards the goal.
Here's Dowd Little flip, Littner inside, and he scores. Dan Littner returns to Saskatchewan and delivers a goal.
I think that might be the only way Dan Littner scores goals, is in tight, in tough, and flying through the air. Littner finds a little bit of space, goes airborne. White shoes, white crease, might have been pretty close to it there. Nah, he's safe. We take a second look there from that angle, but Dan Littner, he's done that so many times, especially here in Saskatchewan. He's got 16 on the season. And I bet you they were all, I haven't watched all the Rock games, but I bet you 14 of them look very similar to that one.
Back to level ground here on Co-op Field. 6-6 is the score. Toronto out shooting the Rush 28-24. Minute to go, opening half. Dowick will slow it down. Little hidden ball trick with Littner, doesn't fool Boudreau. Now it's Matthews. 2 already in the game. Matthews, Schreiber, little spin back. Now a swim move around Jay. Twister on goal, and he scores. There's the hat trick for Tom Schreiber.
With the Rush focusing so much on that far side on what Mark Matthews was doing, he had 2 guys on him. He had Smith and Bell on him almost the entire time. Schreiber somehow becomes a bit of a forgotten man. And again, you see his ability to shoot from both ways, coming up big there with the twister. Chiliano gets almost enough of it, but he just spins in behind him, and the Rock in this back and forth battle. Back in the lead here again. This would now be the 4th lead change of the opening half.
3 straight goals for Toronto. Down to 32 seconds left to go. Loose ball battle. Whoever picks it up can get a timeout, and Weir has it. And the Rock will do just that with 25 seconds left.
Huge possession here for both teams. If you're the Rock, you can deflate the Rush with a late goal heading into the halftime break, because you've got some time to think about it, think about how that first half went in what is a must-win game for the Saskatchewan Rush. Meanwhile, if you're the Rush, go ahead, try to get a stop here and ride that momentum here. I don't think that the Rush coaching staff are going to be overly thrilled with the latter half of this second quarter. They've been giving lots of clean looks to dangerous guys like Schreiber, who's so far having himself one heck of a game, and Mark Matthews as well.
Coming up at the half, highlights, analysis, out-of-town scores, and a playoff look ahead here as Toronto up 7-6 on Saskatchewan. The Rock already have locked up first place. They'll play next Saturday against the 8th place team, which as it stands right now would either be Panther City or Saskatchewan. A lot of lacrosse left to happen as PCLC taking on Calgary right now at the Saddle Dome. And right here, Toronto looking to extend their lead on the Rush.
Come out of the timeout here, as I mentioned. If you're the Rush, you've given up 3 straight. Golden opportunity here for the Rock to score their 4th in a row, all before the halftime break. You need a stop here to try to regain the momentum you had going for most of the second quarter.
Schreiber has 3-3. Matthews has 2-2 for Toronto. Challen Rogers with it on the logo. Schreiber holds it. Matthews up top. 10 left to go in the half. 6 on 5. Roses on the bench. Schreiber. Pass got knocked down by Boudreau. Now it's Schreiber. Clock expiring. Got it on goal, and Chiliano. Big stop. Big knocked down pass by Jake Boudreau right there, because as you said, Toronto was on a run.
Yeah, Toronto had scored 3 in a row, had a serious chance to make it 4. They're on a good-looking execution. What I found interesting as well, too, Cody, the chorus of boos started raining down from SaskTel Center as Mark Matthews was taking that one up top. No love lost here after his comments to local media about wanting to end his former team's season. And so far, he's had a major part of that, 2-2. But Tom Schreiber, he's come as advertised, dangerous. He's been shooting. He's got twisters. He's got lefty goals. He's got righty goals. He's done a little bit of everything.
Frank Chiliano, 23 saves in the opening half. Nick Rose has made 18. for the Toronto Rock here on the floor. It's Laxley and Saskatchewan, so the SLA group is taking over, but between the benches, it's Sabina Mott.
Coach, I know you've been asked this quite a bit about the last few games and the importance of the must-win, but what do you want to see out of the guys tonight to get that lead back and keep it in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to be, I think, a little bit better between the years and finishing shifts. So really not a bad 30. We got 30 to go here. We're not in a bad spot, so we got to keep doing the things we did well and then just clean up some areas.
I know you talk a lot to the guys about life and appreciating the game and being able to play the game. What was the pep talk you gave to the guys before the game tonight?
Well, just an opportunity, right? You always get opportunities in life and take advantage of it. We love our group. We love being together, and so we're excited to be playing a meaningful game here, and we want to play another meaningful game next week. So that was kind of the message, was like, if we win, we stick together.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Head coach Jimmy Quinlan there with Sabina Mott, Tom Schreiber. The storyline of the opening 30 minutes of play. He's got 3 goals and 3 assists, so the Rock leads 7-6 in Saskatchewan. Welcome back to Saskatchewan. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabina Mott with you this evening. Saskatchewan trailing 7-6 against the Toronto Rock after 30 minutes of play. It's a must-win game here for the Rush, and while they got out to a 6-4 lead, it was 3 straight goals by Toronto that has started to put some doubt in the Rush minds.
The big guns for Toronto have shown up tonight. Mark Matthews, Tom Schreiber, each having themselves a night. Meanwhile, nothing from Robert Church so far for the Saskatchewan Rush. The unsung guys have been stepping up, but I think in the second half, the Rush need their big guns to come out and do what they're paid to do.
Let's take a look at some of those highlights from the opening couple of quarters of play.
Yeah, crazy back and forth game. The Rock opening the scoring there. Dalwick makes a nice little move, takes advantage of some confusion and goes low to low on Chiliano. First 2 goals Chiliano wasn't thrilled with, but right after they'd honored Chris Corbeil, the former captain, longtime captain of this franchise, it's the new captain and one of the big guys who's having a bit of a quiet night. Ryan Keenan fired up there, but Mark Matthews in his return, he does what he does best and just picks a little bit of space. Chiliano not happy there, and the backy fourthiness continued. Again, Clark Walter having himself a great opening half. Another assist here with Mike Triolo using all 6'8" of that frame to tuck one under Nick Rose. Walter continuing his trend of playing really well in that opening half. Probably the Rush's best offensive player in the first half. Adds a goal to go along with a couple of apples that he's been dishing out so far. First of 3 goals for Tom Schreiber then. The low-to-low taking advantage of a little bit of confusion over on the far side. Second goal for Schreiber. This guy's just so, it's crazy how athletic he is. He just spins off, or pardon me, he gets it behind the net, waiting there, and he just fakes out both Chiliano and Ryan Barnable. Boom, tucks it in, and that was his second of the game, just sitting there waiting. But it's Jared Smith coming up with this one. He's got 4 on the season after this. 2 goals in the last 2 games for the defender. He's coming on late and at the right time. Meanwhile, now we got a pair from one of the hardest names to say in professional sports, Nathaniel Kazevnikov, coming up big on that one, and he's going to go back-to-back. And that was part of the run that put the Rush back in control. And I thought maybe this is the moment where the Rock realized, hey, we got nothing to play for. Let's take our foot off the gas. Instead, it is exactly the opposite. He said in the media this week, I want to end their season. And Mark Matthews has had a big part of the lead for Toronto so far. 2 goals on the evening with 2 assists. Dan Lintner, another former member of the Saskatchewan Rush, going airborne on that in a style that he does so well. And then it's Tom Schreiber again. The talent level of this guy, you just saw him go lefty behind the net. Well, the righty forward is going to come up with a twister here that fools Chiliano. He got most of it, but not enough. And the Rock up 7-6 in a do-or-die game for Saskatchewan.
Well, those first half stats, Toronto out shooting Saskatchewan 30-24. They had 18 shots in that second quarter. Faceoffs 12-2, 12-3. For the Rock. Power plays 1 for 2 for Toronto. Saskatchewan 0 for 2. Loose ball battle going in Toronto's way as well. And Saskatchewan a couple more turnovers. It's a must-win for Saskatchewan. We'll discuss the playoff picture when we come back. The Toronto Rock lead this one 7-6 as we are at the half in Saskatchewan Center. Yesterday in the NLL, it was Rochester beating Georgia 11-10. San Diego hammered Vancouver 16-9. And the Warriors run there. Halifax over Colorado 14-10 today. And Albany beat New York 16-10. Did the Saskatchewan Rush a favor because now the Rush are in a must-win game. Panther City up 7-3 on Calgary. Buffalo and Vegas scoreless early on. Tomorrow, little afternoon, lacrosse's Philly takes on Rochester. So if the playoffs started right now, here is how it would look.
Well, you've got Buffalo a chance with a win tonight against Vegas. They've got a chance to lock down a home game in the opening one-game quarterfinal, the do-or-die round, I like to call it. Albany also, they'll be hosting after their win tonight, doing the Rush a favor. And if it started right now with the Rush, would be eliminated with this scoreline. New York would get the 8th and final seed and have to take on the Toronto Rock. But the Rush can go ahead and get themselves into the postseason with a win here tonight and potentially play the Rock back-to-back.
What do they have to do in the second half that they didn't do in the opening 30?
The big guys got to show up. You need Church, you need more from Church, you need more from Mans, you need more from Keenan as well. You're going to have to limit Tom Schreiber and Mark Matthews. They look like they want to end the Rush's season. We kind of thought that, you know, they said pregame, oh, we just want to have some fun. We want to have a good time. We want to come out and play relaxed. They're doing so, and so far it's been advantage Toronto.
And if the Rush would win, it would set us up for a rematch on Saturday with the Rush and the Rock. Here's the schedule. Quarterfinals next weekend. Semifinals are best of 3. Those go over 2 weekends, from May 2nd to the 12th, and the finals goes May 16th to the 27th.
All looking forward to all of it, of course. Little bias here, being a hometown guy. Would love to see the Saskatchewan Rush in the postseason next weekend, Cody.
Big second half coming up. It's the Rush and the Rock. Third quarter coming up after the break. The March to May is brought to you by NLLstore.ca, a Fanatics experience, officially licensed everything. Toronto up 7-6 on the Saskatchewan Rush after 30 minutes of play. Tom Schreiber, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Jamie Dunk, pardon me, that is not Jamie Dunk, that's Josh, and he's got a goal and 3 assists so far in this one. Mark Matthews, 2 and 2. Corey Small has 2 assists. Saskatchewan so far led in this game by Ryan Keenan and Clark Walter. Each of them have a goal and 2 assists. Back underway on Co-op Field in quarter number 3. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabine Ahmad with you. Tom Schreiber on the logo. Hat-trick already. What does he have in store in the second half? Toronto looking to end Saskatchewan's season. Challen Rogers, the captain, denied by Chiliano, and Keegan Bell with the loose ball throws it up for Barnable. Ryan Barnable now. Partial break, Rush have numbers. Church off the bench, scores! Robert Church paints the top corner green, and we're tied at 7. In transition, Barnable hits him with a pretty feed for his 14th assist of the season. And Robert Church makes no mistake, his first of the contest. And Saskatchewan gets it back even Steven in Saskatchewan Center. Robert Church has his 44th of the season. Scored 14 times against the Toronto Rock as a member of the Saskatchewan Rush. And that's a big one. It's a must-win game. Winning, you're in for the Saskatchewan Rush. Looking to get into the dance in 2024. Believe in-house, they're just waiting on a replay on the Jumbotron. 14:28 left to go here, quarter number 3. Now we'll get it on the Jumbotron. Again, they got to show it a couple of times in-house here, and Robert Church gets to look at it a few more times. Last season he had 51 goals. He's up to 44 this season, and for Robert Church, it's his first point of the game. Big goal that is as well, as we're knotted up at 7 apiece here. The Rush have scored 7 on 25 shots. The Rock have 7 on 31. Messenger back on the face-off with Erlin. Ball is on the ground, and Enju battling McClelland in there as well. Jarrett Smith got knocked down. Erlin grabs it. They'll run away from Jarrett Smith now. Kicks it all the way across, and the offense will have time to set up as Mark Matthews, Dan Littner, and Dan Craig hop out on the floor. Dan Craig with it up top now, former 6th round pick 7 seasons ago. Matthews looking for the hat trick, drive it on Smith. One hand on his stick. Little flip back for Craig. Jarrett Smith has lost his stick. Matthews up top for Lintner. Pass got deflected by Enju, and Barnable will run up on it.
That's a good break for Saskatchewan after getting that goal to tie the game back up. Right on cue, Rays, we spent halftime talking about how Robert Church has to do more. He steps up big there, and then a nice defensive play to see if the Rush can make it back-to-back.
Keenan down for Mans. Mans has Triolo. Robert Church now takes a big hack from DeSnew. Little swim move. Churchill drive up top. Kazevnikov takes a huge hit. Onto Triolo, goes between the legs, and Rhodes falls back on it.
Had to be sharp there as the big man looking for his second of the evening. Good play there by Triolo.
Challen Rogers. Inside, Small's there, and he scores. Rock retake the lead. It's 8-7.
Former member of the team back when they were in Edmonton is Corey Small, and just another one of those dangerous guys that the Rock have that can all burn you. So far it's been all Schreiber, all Matthews, while Small gets in on the fun with his 38th of the season. Finds a soft spot in the Rush defense. A little bit of confusion there as he had Bobby Kidd III chasing him down. Couldn't quite get there, and he goes over the shoulder with movement over Frank Chiliano.
Corey Small finds the back. That is 38th of the season for the 37-year-old out of St. Catharines, Ontario. Messenger unable to grab the face-off away from TD Erlin. The New York product has really built himself into one of the best face-off guys in the National League.
Yeah, holding Messenger to just 3 wins out of 18 opportunities so far, Cody.
Tom Schreiber down Main Street tonight by Chiliano, and he's going to grab his own loose ball. Man on a mission right now as the Rush defense looks to get sorted out. Schreiber now. Quick slide on the turf. Still has 15 on the shot clock. Small finds Crank. Little flip inside. Lintner was there. Stripped by Barnable. Still on the ground, and holding Garland will push this one back. Scoops it up. 12:05 to go. Quarter number 3. Corey Small has the latest. Toronto's up by 1. Clark Walter, 3 points in the opening half. Church on the logo, down for Triolo. Triolo trying to get by Burns. Drops one for Church. Now Walter flying through the crease, put it in the logo of Rose.
Great pass there by Church as Walter turned on the Jets to get himself open.
Challen Rogers now as Jubenville up the floor. Corey Small, little fake shot at Chiliano biting, but he kicks it all the way back for Dan Crank. Penn State products, leaves it for Matthews. Matthews now stripped by Bobby Kidd III. He shovels it forward for Boudreau. Here goes Jake Boudreau in transition. Jake Boudreau trying to get to the middle, and he scores! Number 9 for 43. Jake Boudreau has tied it.
With Bradley Cree holding on to him for dear life, Jake Boudreau keeps his composure. Really nice play on this one, too, by the man running with him, that being Bobby Kidd III. Boudreau's got the clean look. Kidd III just kind of slows up just enough to pick the defender there, Brad Cree. And as Cree, he can just look on as he basically hugged the lower body of Boudreau. Boudreau shook him off, and he went behind Nick Rose to tie this one back up. And the backy-forthy contest for the ages continues.
Messenger pops up a face-off when he'll drive. Mike Messenger now stripped of the ball. Trying to do it by himself, was stripped at the last second.
Messenger looking for his 13th on the air. He's got 12, almost all of them straight off the face-off breakaway style.
Josh Stawick as Littner in a two-man game right now. 3 righties on the floor. Sends one over to Craig. Ball on the turf for a second as Jarrett Smith got his stick in there. Now it gets launched back. Shot clock's going to expire. And the Rush will leave it be. So they get a fresh shot clock, and Holden Garland can whip one up the floor. 10 points on the season now for Holden Garland. Ryan Keenan behind the net. One arm flips it out for Church. Was thinking shot, didn't end up catching the pass. Triolo's got it. D-man on him. Mazuka inside. Keenan trying to go high to low. Bounces it wide. Robert Church has it. 5 on the shot clock. Man's now. Ball got popped free, and he'll dump it in the corner and go for a change.
The Rock's so good at creating chaos and creating turnovers. Has not a real good chance there for the Rush.
8-8 is the score. Jake Boudreau has the latest on Co-op Field. Saskatchewan and Toronto tied at 8 apiece here on Co-op Field inside SaskTel Center. Rush have 2 this quarter, 1 from Robert Church, 1 from Jake Boudreau. Toronto has 1 out of the stick of Corey Small. Little Rock will have possession, averaging over 12 goals per game. They've got 8, and we're already in quarter number 3. It's Mark Matthews, the former Saskatchewan Rush superstar. Over to Tom Schreiber. 3 goals in the game, 4 assists. Challen Rogers down Main Street, denied by Chiliano.
Big save there for Frank Chiliano. Rogers had time to pick his spot. Chiliano standing up. The Rock, one of the very few teams so far, Cody, that seems to be trying to go upstairs on Chiliano. Most teams shoot low all day long on him, and he's got to make that adjustment that they're trying to pick corners.
Dodds down for Church. Cross to Zach Mantz. Triolo now. Little spin. Trying to swim his way to the middle, around his screen, and he scores! The 6'8 sniper delivers. Triolo has his second.
Another big moment for Mike Triolo, using his size and that booming shot he has. Triolo has come to play tonight. He wants to end up in the postseason with his play. 2 guys, he's got 3 defenders on him, uses a swim move that basically goes over the head of the 6'2" Mitch DeSnew. He looked like he was about 4 feet tall. Triolo plays keep away with the ball and then buries Mike Triolo. 2 on the game, and we've got our 6th lead change so far, Cody.
Saskatchewan was trailing 7-6 at the half. A back and forth opening 6 minutes of this quarter number 3. Rush fans are in for a treat, and it's a packed house here in SaskTel Center. For the return of number 42 right there, it's Mark Matthews. Over to Challen Rogers. Spin back on Andrew. Barnable comes in for a double team. Flipped up top. Dowick still has it. Kick saved by Chiliano. And now Isaac Andrew's going to try boot this loose ball over to Barnable.
Great awareness there by Isaac Andrew, knowing Barnable was there for the outlet, even if he had to play a little soccer.
Zach Mans now. No goals yet against his former team. Mans up top for Dodds, and it got picked off. Brad Gray has it. Burns. Rock have numbers. Down low, Mans caught back on defense. Chiliano is going to make the save, and he jumps back on the rebound.
Needed save there, a little bit of confusion. Looked like a grade A opportunity for the Toronto Rock to tie this one back up in the continued back and forth contest. Toronto with more loose balls than Saskatchewan so far in this one. Not what you'd expect out of a team playing for nothing.
Clark Walter now on the roll. Back for Robert Church. Robert Church up top, let it fly. Rose guessed the wrong way and still got it with his left arm.
Great instinct save there by Rose.
Airmailed down the floor. Jubenville will run up on it. The Windsor boy leaves it for Tom Schreiber, 32 years old. Small touch pass to Matthews. Messenger will push him back. Here's Schreiber. Up top, Craig, room to shoot, and Barnable soaks that one with his leg. Up top again, and Barnable stuck out his other leg.
Wow.
2 for 2 on the soaks.
For a guy that had already been banged up and down the tunnel earlier in this one, Barnable putting his body on the line. That's what the Rush are going to need to do to continue to pull off this upset.
Ryan Keenan back for Dodds. Patrick Dodds now let it fly. Mizuka knocked down the shot with his stick. Now Dan Craig's off the bench. Breakaway, Dan Craig scores! In transition, Dan Craig buries it. It's his 22nd of the season.
Dan Craig has had a couple one-on-one looks with Frank Chiliano, and Frank had gotten him the last couple times, but this time on the breakaway. What a perfect airmailed pass, catches him in stride, and Craig able to go up and over the shoulder as Chiliano drops to the hockey goalie-like save, and we are back to even here yet again at SaskTel Center.
That's one of those I think the Saskatchewan Rush would love to challenge if there was too many men on the floor by just looking at the coach's reaction to that. But you know can do in the NLL. We're tied at 9 here in quarter number 3. Justin Martin out of Six Nations, Rookie of the Week in the NLL. Down for Dan Craig. He's got the hot stick. Small gives it right back to him. Matthews one-on-one with Messenger. Flip pack. Dowick scores. Posted in. And Toronto is up 10-9.
Another lead change, this time out of the stick of Josh Dowick, the Oakville product, his second of the game. He opened the scoring here in this contest, and now he's got himself a pair. All attention on Mark Matthews there, as there rightfully should be. Casual little pass there under pressure. Matthews so good at distributing the ball. Look at that, he almost just flicks his wrist and he gets it to Josh Dowick, who's all alone on Chiliano. Goes upstairs again on the Rush goaltender, and the Rock back in the lead.
Silencing the crowd here in Saskatchewan as Toronto looking to end the Rush's season. Martin on the logo. Cree now. Down for Lintner. Dan Lintner, hop step, Small takes it. Off the mark, little spin move, and Chiliano has to make the save.
I'm not sure he exactly knew where it is. He's got Holden Garland in there trying to help him identify where it is. Most importantly, it's not behind him, not across that goal line if you're a Rush fan.
Walter down for Mans. Mans a little spin move, backdoor feed. Dodds was there, stays out of the crease, and he ends up throwing this one away. Rush have to get back on defense. Mans is there. Martin's got a partial break, and he scores. Another transition goal for Toronto, and they're up by 2.
This Toronto team in the second half has looked completely different. They weren't really pushing it a lot in the opening half in terms of transition opportunities, and now they've decided to turn this into a bit of a track meet. Another transition opportunity. Good awareness there on the far side by Chris Weir from Niagara on the Lake. Finds his man in stride, that being Justin Martin. And last week's Rookie of the Week. He's got his 10th of the season, his first goal tonight. And if the Rock are looking like this, First Ontario Centre in Hamilton is going to be a rockin' place next week when the postseason starts.
Toronto possession. Hamilton has it. Pass got picked off. It was intended for Rogers. Here goes Boudreau. Boudreau has ended you up the floor.
Surprised he pulled back there. Matthews was stuck on defense, Cody. I thought they were going to push it.
Let the offensive experts go to work. Keenan takes a couple of healthy whacks. Now he finds Triolo. Triolo now. Ball got knocked free by DeSnew. It's on the turf as Toronto runs north. Darwick, 2 in the game. Don't shoot as McClellan's up. Airmails one way back for Matthews. Corners, Craig. 5 on the shot clock. And Craig bouncer. Giuliano doesn't have to make a save, but we're back at a media timeout here. 11-9 is the score. Toronto on a bit of a run here inside SaskTel Center. Justin Martin has the latest.
Welcome back here at SaskTel Center. We're seeing another lead change as the Rock lead the Rush now in the third, 11-9. And basically the tension between the two teams is quite visible and noticeable here between the benches. You can tell that both teams are playing with purpose, not just the Rush hoping to clinch a playoff spot, but the Rock are also on a mission to end the season for the Rush. Cody, John?
One thing I think, thanks a lot, Sabine. One thing I think needs to get better is the performance off the face-offs here, as Toronto's won 19-23. As well, for a desperate team, a team needing a win, needing to play playoff-style lacrosse, Rush just not getting the loose balls as they are being outscooped by Toronto, 57-36, Cody.
Zevnikov finds Mance. Couple of players living locally in Saskatoon. Triolo inside feed denied by Rose.
I thought he had one there. Normally Triolo doesn't miss on those. Great save, Nick Rose.
Schreiber off the bench. Was a 3-on-2 partially, but Barnable quickly got back there. Rock happy to slow it down. Alec and Schreiber up top to the middle. Low shot got soaked by Boudreau, and a big hit was laid on Schreiber. And here goes Boudreau up the floor. 3-on-2 the other way. Ryan Barnable can walk inside, try to go high on Rose. No dice.
Schreiber looking a little shaken up here as he's waiting to get back on the bench. He's bent over, taking a deep breather. I wonder if we don't see less of him, as the Rock kind of need him next weekend.
Corey Small with it. Front of the Rush bench. Messenger will defend him. Matthews. Flip back. Small. Down to Matthews in the corner again. Dowick let that one go, and Small's got the rebound. Got ran over by Mike Messenger. Loose ball though picked up, and now a big hit by Jay. Ends up on the ground, and that's going to be called a penalty on Saskatchewan. Now Hostrauser is going to jump in there. Right in front of the Rush bench. Hostrauser's all over the Rush players.
Joining in the fun is Jimmy Quinlan, the co-head coach of the Rush, absolutely giving it to a couple of the players. So back-to-back big hits, something we wanted to see out of the Rush, as Jay comes in kind of from behind a little bit, maybe, as he knocks his man down. He's going to go to the box for 2 or less there, and then all heck breaks loose in front of the net. Ostrasser is not happy. I hope you can't read lips if you're watching this one at home.
Well, we'll wait for the official call. It all starts with Adam J. kinda colliding with his Rock opponent, and then Ostrauser is going berserk in front of the Saskatchewan Rush bench. Remember, those two have a bit of history as well, as Mike Messenger, Ostrauser fought 2017. If you remember that one, when John Fraser was calling games on the good old radio dial. But the refs are going to discuss this here. End of the day, it looked like the first one was going up against Saskatchewan, but Adam J is not in the box as it stands right now.
Yeah, Isaac Andrew's the guy in the box right now, so keep waiting for the call here. Looks like we might be seeing it canceled out here, Cody. Just what
We'll wait for the official one, but again, nonetheless, likely power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls. Rely on RS Breakers and Controls to find all the right electrical supplies to meet your needs.
As I'm just mashing refresh on our official game sheet from the folks at
Penalties
Champion
on the play. Saskatchewan number 47, minor penalty for holding. Saskatchewan number 6, minor penalty for roughing. Toronto penalty number 91, minor penalty for roughing. Toronto penalty number 12, minor penalty for slashing. And a bench minor for illegal substitution on the Toronto bench. We will play 5-on-4, green ball.
So out of all that, the Rush will be on the power play, but here's the initial. It was called a hold on Adam J. You can decide for yourself at home if that was a hold.
I thought that was just going to be a hit from behind, just because of the area of the floor that he was in, hit him in the lower body towards the benches. But either way, the chaos breaks out. So Toronto goes from having a power play to all of a sudden now Saskatchewan on the power play. And we're getting more signals from our officials here. Hang on.
Well, I don't think we're getting any more penalties, but it should be a Rush power play for the next 2 minutes or less here. And the Rush power play 0 for 2 so far in this contest against Toronto.
Yeah, Tom LeBranche was just pointing at one of the players on the Toronto side of the box, probably to, you know, maybe yell a little less before they got 2 more. So
Ryan Keenan starts on the power play up top. Keenan's got a goal and 2 assists tonight. Mans is on his right, Church is on his left. Church down low, Dons behind the net. Finds Keenan, back for Dots. Up top, Church, short side, scores! Bobby bounces one home for his 2nd of the game.
Shutout for the first half. Bobby Church, back-to-back goals. And keep that in mind. If we have a turning point later on in this game in favor of the Rush, I think that whole sequence might be what turned this around. And we've got more. Todd LeBranche is sending somebody back to the box, waiting to see if maybe there's another sportsmanlike call. But here's a second look there. Robert Church doing what he does best, going short side there. He's getting the guys fired up. He's finally starting to get some clean looks. The way that they've changed the offense and the way that now the Rock are paying more attention to, you know, the 4th, 5th options, that's allowing Robert Church to get the looks that he needs to excel.
Robert Church with that one. That's his 100th point of the season. 3rd time he has done that in his NLL career. Rush off the face-off. Zach Mance, playing against his former team, was traded on July 10th for Mark Matthews. Swings it around. Triolo up top, down for Kazebnikov. Patrick Hunting, and he'll peel some paint off the pipe.
So close, had Rose beat to that far side, but gets a little iron in his diet.
Now Cree holding on to Church, and the ball's on the ground. Keenan scoops it over to Mance. Zach Mans now on the roll, bounces one off the foot of Nick Rose and out of play.
By far Zach Mans' best look. The Rock have been doing a very good job of shutting down a motivated Zach Mans, who told us post-game last week he wanted to do big things against his former team.
Robert Church zips one over to Ryan Keenan. Ryan Keenan walks in, trying to go low. Rose got a piece of it. No, he didn't. It just bounced at a play. Keenan thought it hit something.
That's a big break for the Rock, as Bradley Cree had lost his glove. If the Rush had got another reset, they would have been dealing with a gloveless defender.
Rock go look for a response. Tom Schreiber up top, behind the back flip. Lintner on the quick stick, denied by Chiliano.
Up in the air, wrong side of the road, going backhand was Stan Lintner. What an athletic play.
We saw Josh Byrne do something similar on the road earlier this season. Clark Walter with it. Finds Dons. Dons now, he'll peel it back. Room to shoot, Patrick Dons. Flips one to Mance. Back across for Triolo. Triolo's got a low cut, trying to drive inside, and he just tucks it wide.
One of the rare times that his height has worked against him. I don't think Triolo was able to get back and get that ball low enough for an opportunity on Rose.
Challen Rogers head of steam. Flips it back. Schreiber looking for a 2-for-1 here. Instead, we'll have to zip it back for Corey Small. Now they'll slow it down. They didn't get a shot when they initially wanted. Now they'll hold on to it. Schreiber, swim move, 5 on the shot clock. Defended by Barnable. Up for Small, taken to the ground by Smith. Great defense there by Jared Smith. Garland has it, trying to work it up. Triolo across the floor. It's still on the ground. It's an empty net for Toronto to look at. Corbeil scoops it up, spins, fires, and it was blocked. Oh my goodness. Hold your breath, Sask Health Center. The Rush escape quarter number 3. Down by 1 as Isaac Enju and Ostrauser continue the works. Going to 4th quarter here. A 1-goal game in Sask Health Center.
And right before we went to break, it was the captain, Ryan Keenan, coming up with a shot block on an empty net as Chris Corbeil had gotten the ball. Keenan all over him. Corbeil a chance to shoot, and Keenan wears it to keep the score 11-10 in favor of the Rock. Chris Corbeil and empty nets in this building, not a great history. Misses this here. Of course, it was the 2017 final against Georgia where Corbeil was the victim of the double team with the Rush net empty. Georgia goes down, scores, wins the championship here at Sask Health Center back in 2017. So Chris Corbeil does not want to see any empty nets at Sask Health Center.
A 1-goal game, playoffs on the line. What else do you want, lacrosse fans? We're live in quarter number 4. It's Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabine Ahmad with you live from Co-op Field in Saskatchewan. Rush in green, Rock in white. Toronto got 4 in that 3rd quarter of play. The Rush matched them with 4 of their own, 2 coming out of the stick of Robert Church. Rock possession. Small rolls up top. Dowick behind the net. Schreiber peels out, Craig, and Chiliano drops onto it.
You've talked about all season, Cody, how sometimes this Rush team just needs a big save and a big goal. Who's going to be the guy to step up here? We know Chiliano's playing lights out. Who's going to come up with a big goal for the Rush?
Robert Church puts one right in the chest of Rose.
He's done it 45 times, looking for 46 there.
Back the other way, Rock thought about going for it, decided to wait it out. Out shooting Saskatchewan 42-35 in this game. Craig, one-on-one with Bell. Back to Rogers, an inside move, and Adam Jake got in the way.
Rush defense doing a much better job reacting to the Rock players driving towards the goal, collapsing on them, not giving them those open looks on Frank Chiliano.
Zach Mann's now trying to go low to high far side. Nick Rose punches that one out.
One of his best looks, but Nick Rose is usually going to stop it if he can see it.
Justin Martin, 1 goal in the game, 10 on the season for the reigning Rookie of the Week in the NLL. Dowick pushes it across for Crank. They'll run around Bobby Kidd III, and his shot got picked off cleanly by Jake Boudreau. Bounces one up for Barnable. Down to Keenan in the corner. Rush will slow it down. Church is the 4th forward off the bench. Jared Smith stayed and played for a second. Inside feed by Kazemnikov. Falls to Keenan. Ryan Keenan now takes a dozen whacks on the arm. Little swim move. Keenan now short side, rings iron. Penalty coming against Toronto here, so Frank Chiliano's going to go to the bench. And why Triolo doesn't touch that is because once he does, the shot clock resets. So now the Rush have a full 30-second clock to run a 6-on-5 play. It's the pre-power play. Church up top for Triolo. Church to the middle. Finds Keenan, cross for Triolo. Trying to go low, kick saved by Rose. And the Rock will touch up.
Yeah, brilliant play by Mike Triolo. You said it there, Cody. The awareness to just slow it down, wait till Chiliano's on the bench before scooping up that ball and getting a reset.
Toronto number 20, minor penalty, holding.
Brad Cree goes to the sin bin. Power play presented by RS Breakers and Controls.
Brad Cree off to the box on this one. Meanwhile, the Rush going to their 4th power play of the night. They're 1 for 3 so far, with that one coming just a few moments ago in the 3rd quarter, with a whole bunch of chaos in front of the Rush bench, and the Rush down by 1, looking to make it 2 on the evening.
Robert Church leads the NLL with 17 power play goals this season. Mance over to Church inside. Trying to go low, glove side on Rose, but he bounced it wide. Rush still have a dozen seconds to work with, though. Lefty strong look. Zach Mans is up top. Church back for Mance, flips it. Keenan over to Church, and he tried to go behind the back, but it was knocked free.
That Rush penalty, or pardon me, Rock penalty kill and Rock defense is not going to let you play tic-tac-toe like so many other teams do. They're big, they're physical, they get their sticks in the way. Rush have to sort something out differently to get their opportunities. I like when they've been putting Triolo up high and letting him cause some havoc.
Craig finds Matthews. Swim move on Jay. Mark Matthews now pushed out by Jarrett Smith. Smith now is going to wallpaper Matthews, and Garland steps in as well. Zach Mans on the restraining line. Power play has 50 seconds to work with. Church holds on to it. Mans up top. Zach Mans flips it. Keenan now short side. Rose knew where he wanted to go. Put one off the post seconds earlier. Mance, quick shot, and Rose makes the save, and out Corbeil passes it up. Martin's got a breakaway. Justin Martin twister. Save made by Chiliano, and the ball is in the crease as Mance took a tumble.
Chris Corbeil was signaling like it was in, doing his best impression of Todd LeBranche, but that was nowhere near. It went off of Mans and well outside the virtual goal, if you will.
Big save by Chiliano, and the power play is going to get one more look here. Robert Church up top for Mance. Over to Keenan. Far side this time. Rose just got it. Triolo behind the net. Dunk attempt, scores! Roll the highlight reel. Mike Triolo, hat trick.
Somebody call Jay Onright and get that on SC with Jay Onright. Mike Triolo, his 3rd goal of the night, and by far the most impressive. He gets behind the Rock net with the shot clock about to expire, scoops it up and leaps in the air, and we've got a challenge coming off the Rock bench, and I think that is the furthest I've ever seen a challenge flag thrown. That is a good 75 feet out the right arm of the Rock coach. So we're gonna get a second look at this one here. As of course, challenging whether or not
Matt Sawyer with a cannon.
Oh, what he might be the new quarterback for the Toronto Argonauts.
Toronto is challenging the call of a goal on the field. The play will be reviewed.
So obviously now you got to see if he touches down. So there, clear, clear, clear. All right, so where's the ball? Rose knocks the goal up. That's a good goal. That is absolutely a good goal. That's a no-doubter. And I'm always wrong with these, but I think that is definitely a no-doubter. Like, it's just so many guys aren't 7 feet tall and have that kind of airtime. I think instinctively you're throwing that one 75 feet. Basically threw that from Toronto to Hamilton with that kind of right arm. But Mike Triolo, he's so big, 6'8". He's able to just whip that behind Rose. I'm trying to look. Like, was anybody else, nobody else is in the crease unless you're trying to challenge that maybe Keenan up top, but he stays out. He knew what Triolo was doing. He had that look of hunger in his eyes. Then, yeah, his left foot's up in the air, right foot's there. He's being pushed out of the way. No other Rush players. And I think for maybe just the second time this season, Cody, I'm getting one of these right.
Well, again, the stakes are as high as they've ever been. So, yeah, this review is probably going to take a little longer than normal.
I don't know. This one's cut and dry. Maybe everybody just needs a little break, right? Bring the temperature down.
And again, this only hurts the Rush, right? The Rock are laughing, right? This is a timeout for them at this point, right? It's a challenge and a timeout, and essentially the momentum's almost gone for Saskatchewan. But here's Todd LeBranch for the official
After
call.
review, the call on the field is confirmed. We have a goal.
Mike Triolo, his third of the game, 18th of the season for the street ball signing from the Edmonton Miners Senior B program. And Saskatchewan, Toronto, even Steven on Co-op Field.
I think Triolo just likes coming on our post-game show on the radio, the way he's played the last 3 games. What an unbelievable play. He's been the guy coming up huge. The Rock have shut down largely Church, especially Mans, a little bit Keenan as well. And Mike Triolo said, nah, let's go to the playoffs, boys.
Jubenville, face off loose ball. Dowik has it. Waits for Dan Craig. Dan Littner's the 5th forward. Corey Smalls in the corner with the ball. Challen Rogers. Big set on Boudreau. Back over, Small let it fly. Barnable's got the loose ball, and he's got numbers up the floor. Keegan Bell now passes too far in front of him, and now Bell has to slow it down in the corner. Bobby Kidd III is up top, and now the Rush will have their captain settle it down.
Barnable heard some footsteps of a Toronto player in reverse transition and tried to scoop it away a little bit too fast.
Robert Church back for Keenan. Keenan, little spin back room to shoot. Rose got it with the outside of his pad. Triolo, loose ball, defender holding on to it. Church slows it down. Shot clock was reset. Keenan inside. Walter had it, and Rose makes the stop.
Great save, Rose. I thought Walter was bearing for sure there.
Triolo again. Little drive down low to the net, denied by Rose this time. Ball still free, and it'll be the Rock who come out with it. Burns has it in the neutral zone. Out of jail, try and chase him down.
The NLL leader in all goaltending categories coming up big there. 2 huge saves keep this one even for the Toronto Rock.
Mark Matthews with it now to the middle, and the ball just outside. Picked up by Rogers, though. He'll find Craig. One-on-one with McClellan. Got around him, but another bouncer. I think McClellan got stick on stick, and that's why that shot wasn't clean.
Certainly, Connor McClellan has gone up against some of the big boys and done a very good job. Corbeil now with the pressure.
Now the ball fell down. Are they going to say 8 seconds on Jarrett Smith? Not exactly sure the signal, but it'll be Toronto ball when we come back. 11-11 is the score. Mike Triolo has the latest.
Welcome back inside SaskTel Center. 11-11, make a wish after Mike Triolo. We'll get a good look at him. Getting some much-needed hydration down on the bench. He's got a hat trick, and he's had a couple great opportunities there. Nick Rose up to the task, but the Rock looking to play spoiler here for a party in Saskatchewan. Win, and the Rush are in. The Rock looking to send him home sad.
Matthews flips it for Lintner. Adam Jay's on him, knocks him down to the carpet. Messenger trying to get the ball free. Littner's holding on to Jay's stick there, and Messenger with the outlet.
I think Littner just forgot which stick was his.
That's it. Jared Smith now down for Mance. Kazevnikov is cutting back door with the Snoop. Backpedaled on top of him. Walter finds Mans. Pick was set. Robert Church now calls the play. This new switches. Church, Keenan, quick stick. Trying to go far side as the shot clock's going to expire on Saskatchewan. Transition flip for DeSnew. As the offensive abilities, we all know that. 21 points on the season coming into this game. Cowick and Schreiber, the two-man game. Small finds Matthews. Bobby Kidd the third will defend. Matthews takes it. Save made by Chiliano. And now Chiliano is going to find Keegan Bell. Keegan Bell up the floor, and Toronto gets their defense out there in a timely fashion, and the Rush have to slow it down. Patrick Dotz back for Walter, right into a double team. Walter taken to the ground. It's still free. Didn't have it. Pushed down a couple of times, and Toronto recovers.
Love the effort of Walter trying to get that loose ball against three Rock players. Can't quite come up with it, but does buy his team enough time to get out in reverse transition.
Tom Schreiber. 3 goals in the contest. Finds Craig. Back for Rogers. Corey Small got around Smith. Towed it on goal, and Chiliano makes a stop, and he'll outlet one for Jared Smith. Smith already has one in the game. Down for Walter. Crease side, Zach Mans trying to go far side with the floater, and he's denied by Nick Rose.
Mans in his own head a little bit, I think, Cody. He should have just shot instead of trying to make the high altitude play.
Tom Schreiber pushed back by Mike Messenger. Matthews with it. Little swim move around Bobby Kidd the third, and he scores. Mark Matthews puts one top shelf in the Rock lead, 12-11.
And Matthews starting to embrace his newly found villain role here in Saskatchewan, as the fans have taken to booing him every time he touches the ball. Matthews turns around to the fans, points at him after he puts that one top corner on Frank Chiliano. Great shot, Mark Matthews. That's twice he's found that top side shelf. He seems to be playing a little angry now.
No surprise with that one. Rush now trail by 1. 5:28 left to go, quarter number 4. Crete for Corbeil. Down to Schreiber.
Schreiber up to 8 points on the night now, Cody. Matthews with 7.
Schreiber will drive now. Ball got knocked free by Enju. Try to dive at it. Challen Rogers has it short side. Chiliano makes the save as Rogers tried to jam one at his feet.
Not giving Chiliano the whistle, able to locate it and get the ball moving forward.
Zach Mans on the restraining line. Inside flip. Keenan lost it as Burns is all over him. Ball's on the ground. DeSnew in there trying to scoop it out. Church and Triolo watching. Mike Triolo now picks it up on the boards. Trying to shove away Martin. Triolo with it. 3 on the shot clock. Flips it back. Keenan trying to go far side with the jump shot. This goes over the net, and it'll be Toronto Rock ball as the shot clock has expired. Mark Matthews has the latest, and the Rock are up by 1 with less than 5 to go in quarter number 4.
Get game day ready and shop your favorite team's jerseys and merchandise. Head to NLLstore.ca to get all your National Lacrosse League and team gear today.
A back and forth battle tonight. The Rush a chance to mark their ticket to the playoffs, but instead it's been Mark Matthews, the latest goal to go up 12-11 for the Toronto Rock, who have already clinched first place, but they want to end the Rush's season right here tonight.
4:30 left to go, quarter number 4. Challen Rogers with the ball over to Tom Schreiber, and we're back underway. For the Rush, the formula is simple now. Win, and you're in. Lose, and it's the season coming to a close. Dan Craig now. Let it go off the hip. Missed the mark. Shot clock doesn't reset. Here's Matthews trying to go up high, and Chiliano stops somebody, wants to outlet for Boudreau. Ends up putting that pass low on Boudreau, which she has to pull the brakes.
Good adjustment by Chiliano. They've been beating him up high all game. Stands up tall on that one to stop Matthews.
Robert Church defended by Corbeil for Clark Walter. Walter now hits Robert Church. Church up top, denied by Rose, and Mance can't grab the rebounds.
Last 4 or 5 minutes, the Rock defense has not given the Rush any clean looks at all. Rush needing a goal to tie this up and keep their season alive, and the Rock defense has been up to the task.
Schreiber for Craig. Defended by Keegan Bell. Looking for a lane to shoot. It got tipped. Ends up in the crease, and Barnable scoops it up. Barnable's up the floor. Clark Walter's off the bench. Walter now. And Bell backdoor. Didn't love the lane for the pass, though. Hands it off to Mike Triolo. Hat-trick in the game. 18 on the season. Zach Mance, 3 assists against his former team. Back for Triolo. Triolo takes it. Had Rose going the wrong way, and he hits him in the left pad.
Triolo really the only Rush player in this fourth quarter who's been able to get open using his size and his strength. Great look there, just hits the right leg of Nick Rose.
Justin Martin with it. Rock happy to kill some clock. Tom Schreiber now. Couple of spins here on the roll. Shot got soaked by Garland. Now the Rush in transition. Jay got to the bench, but ran into a Rock forward. Keenan has it. Mance over to Church. Inside, Zach Mance denied by Rose. Rock will hold on to it now. 25 on the shot clock. They're happy to use the entire thing. Likely they'll keep a D guy up high, if not Challen Rogers. Pushed back by Messenger.
Yeah, you're right, Cody. Bradley Cree up right in the middle of the logo.
Craig finds Lintner. Dan Lintner, 2 to shoot. Chiliano stops him, and he'll run it up the floor here and head to the bench. Rush will think about pulling Chiliano as Jimmy Quinlan sends him back. 5 on 5 here. Church has the ball. Robert Church shoots over the top. Ball goes wide, and it's scooped up by DeSnoop. Toronto back the other way. Jay is on him. Ball's on the ground for a second. Schreiber got to it first.
Jay getting away with one there. He definitely got his defender. He got DeSnoop right up in the neck with his stick.
Less than a minute to go. Quarter number 4. Mark Matthews has the ball. Matthews looking to ice it for Toronto. 1-on-1 with Jay. Matthews fadeaway shot. Chiliano makes the save. And the Rush will get a timeout in with 37.2 seconds left to go in quarter number 4.
Well, you know they're going to go 6 on 5 here. They're going to draw something up. Chiliano's going to be on the bench. I want to see the ball in Mike Triolo's step. The big guys tonight, they've been able to limit Mans, they've been able to limit Church, they've been able to limit Keenan, but it's Triolo's been the guy that the Rush or the Rock have not been able to stop. To me, your last play of this game to save your season, I know it sounds crazy to put it not in the stick of Church. To me, you're giving this to Mike Triolo all day long, Cody.
We talked about Triolo. We had 4 goals on Nick Rose this summer with the President's Cup. As a member of the Edmonton Miners, I know that's totally different. Rules are different, stick sizes are different, gear sizes are certainly different. But for Saskatchewan, as you said, season on the line, Mike Triolo has 2 goals in the last 2 quarters. He's got 3 in the game. There's only 3 players in this game who have 3 goals. The only one on Saskatchewan's wearing 29 in green right there. You got a lot of options, but you know Toronto's defense is going to be all over the big man.
Oh, certainly. But again, so if you go all over the big man, like just get it to him. Get it to the guy who's having a night. So that means somebody like Robert Church or Ryan Keenan's going to be open, right? I love the setup they're going with here. You're not going to see any pressure. Robert Church is going to have an opportunity running up the floor and really save the season. Because if you're not scoring here, it's game over. Season over. Dig the golf clubs out.
Give it to the all-time leading goal scorer. Robert Church runs it up the floor. Season on the line. Triolo for Keenan. Keenan steps into one, short side, bounces it wide, jump ball, jackpot, grabbed by Church, down to Mans, his shot's blocked. Rock are gonna dump this one towards the empty net. Church is gonna run back on it. Saskatchewan will have to go quick. 10 seconds left to go. Mans for Keenan. Church up the middle, down for Walter, inside, denied by Rose, and Toronto is going to end the Saskatchewan Rush's season. 12-11, the final score.
You called it, Cody. The defense was all over Mike Triolo. Nick Rose comes up big in the fourth quarter. How appropriate for the end of this one that it was Mark Matthews coming up with the game-winning goal against his former team. A guy that looked like, you know, he was just here for a good time until the boos woke the man up. And Mark Matthews taking pleasure, as you know, he came out and said, I want to end the Rush's season. That's exactly what the all-time leading point getter for the franchise does. A man who was once cheered so many times in this very building, now the villain, and he comes up big. This is our Turning Point, brought to you by Fanatics, and it's exactly that. It's the game-winning goal by Mark Matthews with the boos raining down on him. Matthews picks the top corner, looks at the crowd and says, I just did that. Mark Matthews, our Turning Point, brought to you by Fanatics, keeping his former team out of the postseason.
Yeah, big goal there and a big FU to the crowd. Yeah, I'd say again, hey, you can switch roles and play the villain. And Toronto, obviously the favorites this season. They've spent the money. They're the ones who have it all. It's theirs to lose at this point, right? And so the Rush just putting up a fight. I mean, kudos to the young group in Saskatchewan, only 26 years, their average age. There's a bright future ahead. This one's going to sting. But again, you just went toe-to-toe with the league's favorite.
And you just finished the season so much better than you started it, Cody. I mean, from game one down to this, total different change. Sabine now down on the floor with tonight's villain, Mark Matthews.
Mark, you scored 3 of the 12 winning goals against your former team. What does that win mean to you?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's awesome to come back here. You know, the fans are awesome, and you know, it's a tough way to end their season. But you know, we're looking to move forward in the playoffs here, and I think we did a great job tonight in making steps forward.
So the Rock already clinched a first spot when it comes to the standings. What was it? Why was it important to win the game tonight? You guys came out on a mission, like you were ready to win.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you lose to them, it gives them hope to make the playoffs, and you know, a little bit of momentum going into probably playing us in the first round. So we just wanted to come out and end their season tonight, and move, like I said, take steps moving forward here going into the playoffs.
Last question: what did it feel like being back on another team?
It was weird. It was definitely really weird, especially getting off the plane, getting on the bus today, coming in here and being on the other side was definitely pretty weird. But I'm happy to be back.
Congratulations. Thanks.
Mark Matthews, 7 points. Tom Schreiber finishes with 8. Nick Rose, the difference maker, 38 saves as Toronto ends Saskatchewan's season. For myself, Cody Jansen, John Fraser, Sabina Mott, the entire production here in Saskatchewan. It's been our pleasure all season long. We got the post-game show cut up on 92.9 The Bull. Can't wait to talk to you next season. The Saskatchewan Rush fall in the season finale and won't be in the playoffs in 2024.